to Shreveport, Louisiana, home to the 11th oldest bowl game in college football, the Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Kansas offense will get the first crack at it here. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Yeah, and it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. We feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
Motion from the wide receiver. The play action fake. Takes the easy completion. And the Jayhawks will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers offense will have its first possession of the game. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We're just going to see what they do today.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Mullins. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Hilltoppers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. Floating away. Got enough space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, WKU. That's the kind of skill that makes guys stars. The improvisational skills, the blinding speed, the ability to make the big play and make defenses look silly.
Just straight silly. I mean, what do you want me to do? You put a guy that's that athletic, that fast at the quarterback spot. Now you're telling me to defend the run, defend the pass, defend the scrambles. I mean, goodness gracious. I don't know what you want a defense to do. There's no stopping that guy.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. He'll keep it himself. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. The Jayhawks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll pull it on the read. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There is nowhere to go.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Wants to throw on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. And the Hilltoppers will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. On his way back from the 20. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They just haven't been able to get much going so far, punting it away on both. Oh, he's got some space. Hey, what about that move to pick up a couple of extra yards? He's down at the 38. And the Jayhawks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Breaks the tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They'll try to get the first through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Jayhawks will bring the punt team onto the field. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Makes the quick grab. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Hilltoppers come to the line in the hurry-up. The give to the tailback. Guys, let's chat for just a minute about Western Kentucky. Biggest problem for schools that aren't the traditional powerhouses, getting the bodies they need, especially on the defensive front. And David, they got a good one out of high school last week.
It's so nice to get a 3-star defensive lineman. A guy like that's got some size, that's got some potential. Again, you want to rotate those guys as much as possible, keep them fresh. This guy could be a player down the road.
And the Hilltoppers are on the move. Looking for room. It's Algier. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake. Under fire. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back. The Hilltoppers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Complete to start this drive. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Gets it out quickly. Turning it on. The 50. The 40. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, right choke, Jayhawk. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. That drive, a great example of just how potent this offense can be. 2 plays, 80 yards, give them the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Caught in the backfield. It's Algier. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to go up top on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. To the air on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Mullins. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. It'll be a run on third and short. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. A fun postseason battle here. Deadlocked at the end of the first. Here's a quick check of the stats so far. We move into the second. Let's hope the rest of the game lives up to the early start. First play of the period, first down here. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down. On the option. Now the pitch. And that one will go and reverse the defense all over that pitch on the option. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. On target to the left. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Wants to fire on second down. Makes the catch, it's Algier. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board so he can practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
Hunt is on its way. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Runs into a wall, they'll give him one out to the 8. Didn't get much on first down, it's second and 9. He'll run it again. Find some fresh air. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action on first down. Wide open downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Quarterback on the keeper. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Jayhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. The RPO, it's complete. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. The Jayhawks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
The hand to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. He's got the back in the middle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. And the Jayhawks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal for the offense. Got it behind the line. It's Thomas. And that one did not work. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Pressure coming. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Kansas.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. I can't think of anything that frustrates an offensive coordinator more than holding the ball a long time and having no points to show for it, David.
And Reese, first downs, yards, that's not even what they look at anymore. Yards don't really matter. You got to execute those critical areas on the field and get points on the board.
Yeah, it was mental errors on that last drive, too, that led to negative plays. They got to get those things erased and pull it back together here on this drive. Go put some points up on the board.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. Creates a little room. And the Hilltoppers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Off the RPO, complete. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Sets up the screen. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Abraham. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The Hilltoppers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Grab behind the line. It's Algier. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking for the goal line. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he tacks on the extra point. They put together an 81-yard drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Rides the back on the option to give. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes it on the shuttle. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly. Tight end now in motion. Off play action. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Johnson. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got the back over the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Wants to keep it in the air. Got a man. It's Thomas. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Jayhawks will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Carney. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And the Hilltoppers can really attack on this second and short. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel in the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw on first down. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The run from the shotgun. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Looking downfield on first down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Got a man, it's Darnold. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, I myself have been in Shreveport to call the Independence Bowl. What a fantastic experience, and we've had ourselves a fun first half. And these two defensive game plans have been shredded a long time ago. Feels like it's just hang on and hope for a tip or overthrow or maybe a fumble from these QBs. Elite passers and dynamic rushers. Used to be you had to stop one or the other. Here in this second half, the challenge will again be twofold. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Independence Bowl.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Hilltoppers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Gonna swing it on second down. Makes the catch. It's Mullins. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On third down, he drops to throw. That's caught. It's Cummings. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Hilltoppers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. There he goes! They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. The Hilltoppers are moving quickly down the field. Got it in the middle, it's Cummings. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Red pass hits complete. Got room at the 35. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. And the Hilltoppers want to crank the tempo. They'll try to pop the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man down the middle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Here on third down, you might want to protect the field goal, but you have to stay aggressive. Throws for the tight end. Got his man. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And that one will give them the lead. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. snap it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. After the run, now to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. So now it's 2nd and long. Rides to back and leaves it. Makes one man miss. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. And the Jayhawks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Wants to throw on 3rd. Quickly complete. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30. New set of downs after the completion. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. Great reaction by this defense. Immediately on the catch, swarming to the ball. The Jayhawks in the hurry-up. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
They try to pop a run on the draw. Nice move to keep running. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. And the Jayhawks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Now from inside the red zone. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
The Jayhawks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Working that left side now. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Now the play fake. Fires to the middle. He caught it. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Jayhawks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. You want to keep your offense on the field? Wear down the defense? Put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been bumped the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
The extra point here would tie the game. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. A little screen to the running back. He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable. Motion from the back. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Algier. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. He'll take it himself. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Hilltoppers line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Makes the catch at the 30. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got his man on the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They're dealing with a second and long. Hauls it in. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Jayhawks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Got his man. Turning it on. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
The Jayhawks want to pick up the tempo. They'll give it to the back. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll run play action. On target. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Jayhawks are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the running back. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? At the end of 3, and we've got a chance to have a postseason classic on our hands. Let's take a look at the stats so far. All right, stage is set. Let's see how it all plays out here in this postseason showdown. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Snags it. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. They move on top here on the 4th. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Lining up for the PAT. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying play action. Bringing the heat. Finds a tight end. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. Defense trying to take it back. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. He'll do it himself. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Wants to go up top on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. The throw to the outside is complete. He'll be out of bounds. He'll mark it at the 24. The Jayhawks line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Gives it on the option. They've got enough for for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. On the option. He'll toss it. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Barrels ahead. Touchdown, Archon Jayhawk! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And both sides of the ball late in the football game coming together. Defense forces the turnover. Offense punches it in. 2-possession lead in this 4th quarter.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. They'll go to the ground.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
This defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 3rd down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. Got it in the middle. It's Cummings. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Hilltoppers will hustle to the line. He'll keep it himself. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll pull it on the read. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Western Kentucky.
This offense has really been able to use this option play to their advantage. The defense just doesn't seem to have an answer for it. The offense has already had 2 rushing touchdowns when using the option.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Kansas offense returns to the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Jayhawks will bring the punt team onto the field. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Out of the gun, the give to the back. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. The Hilltoppers will punt this one away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Quarterback on the keeper. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Snagged in the middle, it's Johnson. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Jayhawks with the 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. And they'll take a knee.
I know you took a loss on 1st down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to...
And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Kansas!
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach, and that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Getting set for the point after. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Good timing on the quick out. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. To the air on second down. Got the quick pass. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. Looking to fire. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, you know, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one, actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late, that's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us here, and for these two teams, that's going to do it for a season. Another bowl game in the books, and a season is wrapped. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Reese Davis signing off, and we'll see you next season for another presentation of EA Sports College Football.